Oh, you're good.
You look so nice.
Beautiful. My little bride, my little dream.
Wow, sorry.
Oh,
Thank you for
God.
everything.
I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. You're so beautiful.
You're so
lucky, and
nice.
you're so lucky, and we're so
You're
lucky.
so dapper, Dad. You look so handsome.
Yeah, baby.
I love this. That's so beautiful.
Thank you. Oh, gosh.
Thank you.
Just where I gotta see this.
I know, wasn't it nice? You were there and I picked it up.
I'm good. I'm so much better.
Are you stressed?
Yeah.
With the donuts and everything.
Oh, nothing stressing me.
Come here, bud. Come here, bud. Come here, bud. Good job, bud. Good job, bud.
I'm so excited.
Welcome, everybody. We are gathered here for the wedding of Alexandra, Dorothea Kolbus, and Paul Trevere Luhrsen. Do you see the look? That look of love. It's been the tell from early on in this relationship that this day might happen. In fact, the first destination wedding we went to, we were in the lobby of the hotel, and Allie was visiting with her cousins, and Paul was in a club chair, and we just saw him gazing at her, and we said, he adores her. He loves her. And then shortly after that, we were at the cottage, and they were floating on the lake, and Allie was on her float, gazing at Paul. And we said, she adores him. She loves him. And last night at the rehearsal dinner, Paul's mom, Diane, read a poem, and she talked about that look of love that we've seen through this relationship. Allie and Paul, look at the people who are here with you. We are all connected through your love. Not only those present with us, but those who couldn't be with us. Your love surrounds us all. Thank you very much for everybody who took time in their lives to spend this day with us. About 10 years ago, Allie and Paul met up again after being acquainted in college at Indiana University. The attraction was instant. Thus began their journey together. Their personalities are very different, and so began the work of relationship. Allie the socialite, Paul the quiet introvert. Paul began to spend more time out and about, and Allie began to spend more time watching great old movies. They learned to take care of each other's needs. They learned to give each other space and freedom in loving trust. Just a brief story of this relationship and their different personalities, but of course, Allie was out with her friends, and Paul was at home, and the night got very late. So Allie arrived home sometime after midnight, and the first snow was falling in Chicago. So she called Paul and said, Paul, it's snowing, you've got to come outside. So a few minutes later, in his robe, the door opens, and bam, he gets blasted with a snowball. And they laughed. And that is their relationship. You are a very attractive couple. I mean, just a handsome couple. But like a great book, what we see on the cover doesn't begin to tell the story. There are many chapters still to be written, but from what we know so far, it is a beautiful story. One filled with laughter, patience, kindness, generosity, forgiveness, friends and family, compassion, nature, and love. Today is a new chapter, and a very special one, as you profess your love, honor, and commitment to one another in front of your family and friends. We are all so excited to see the next chapters unfold. And now I'd like to ask the mother of the bride, Paula Kolbus, to read a poem.
True love is quiet, gentle, strong, a steady light that guides along. It grows with time, with trust, with grace, a soft forever, warm embrace. Not bound by words or fleeting days, but found in countless little ways. A look, a touch, a knowing smile. True love makes every moment worthwhile.
And now I ask Diane, the mother of the groom, to read a poem.
When the one whose hand you're holding is the one who holds your heart, when the one whose eyes you gaze into, give your hope and dreams their start. When the one you think of first and last is the one that holds you tight, and the things you plan together make the whole world seem just right. When the one whom you believe in puts their faith and trust in you, then you've found the one and only love that will share your whole life through. So build your home with truth and light, with steady hearts and arms held tight. When storms may come, as storms will do, let love, faith, and laughter carry you. In years from now, still side by side, may love be more than just the guide, but proof of what begins in youth can bloom with grace and grow in truth. Paul and Allie, with all my heart, I bless your way, today, tomorrow, and every day.
I can't begin to tell you what an honor it is that my daughter asked me to be the officiant at her wedding. And so I had a vision. And the vision was next to a clear blue lake in Glacier National Park, a tall young man knelt down and asked my daughter for her hand in marriage. And along with that vision, I had a song playing, and it was Ripple by the Grateful Dead. And it starts out, ripple in still water, when there is no pebble tossed, no wind do blow. And I thought of their love and what it means for us in the world. And like that ripple in ever widening circles, it encompasses more and more people, more and more of nature, more and more of creation. And the song goes on to say that reach out your hand if your cup is empty. If you have a tragedy, a loss, a hardship, or just some bad luck, their love is there to fill that cup. And then it says, if your cup is full, may it be again. Because if you have success, accomplishment, good fortune, or just good luck, they celebrate with you without envy, without jealousy. Their love is joyful and it celebrates life. And then it says, in the end, there is a fountain that was not made by the hands of men. And there is that eternal fountain of love which connects us all. All of us come from different backgrounds, and we perceive that fountain in different ways. But as they prepare to declare their intent and share their vows, I ask you along with me, with your hearts and with your hands, to reach into that fountain and pour it over this lovely couple. And now I ask you, Allie, do you promise to love Paul and respect him, to share your life and your dreams, to build him a home that is a place of love, happiness, commitment, and growth? Do you promise to be a companion to Paul in all of his successes and failures, his happiness and sadness, to always give him your unwavering support, and above all else, the freedom to be himself?
Of course I do.
And Paul, do you promise to love Allie and respect her, to share your life and your dreams, to build with her a home that is a place of love, happiness, commitment, and growth? Do you promise to be a companion to Allie in all of her successes and failures, her happiness and sadness, to always give her your unwavering support, and above all else, the freedom to be herself?
I do.
And now I ask you to share your vows.
Hi, Paul. I still can't believe we made it here. It truly blows my mind to think that we started out as two college kids, lounging on the couch, watching movies and eating Taco Bell, only to find ourselves today at the altar. What an unexpectedly beautiful journey it's been, finding you and discovering us. Everyone knows I never thought I'd get married. We used to joke that I might run away from the altar. But when you asked where I'd run, I always said, just back home, where it's me and you. Because, Paul, I couldn't imagine my life without you. You are the magic in my everyday. And standing here now with my dad marrying us just feels like a dream. Thank you for always supporting me in my goals, for your endless morning kisses, and for cheering me on even when I'm dancing the night away in Boys Town until the sun comes up. I love how you always greet me at the door when I come home from work, ready to give me a hug and take my bag from me. Long work days seem to instantly diminish when you open the door with your infectious smile. Paul, I admire your outlook on life and how you somehow manage to diffuse our arguments by saying, I don't want us to spend another second fighting when we could be spending it loving each other. Thank you for filling my life with joy, for making me laugh till I cry, and for embracing my love of animals, especially my recent interest in rescuing birds and wildlife. You somehow make feeding a baby bird look so damn sexy. Thank you for introducing me to your wild, hilarious, and charismatic friends who have made our time here in Chicago unforgettable. I love you guys so much. You are our chosen family. And thank you for being endlessly kind and compassionate to my parents. This will always mean the world to me. From the moment you took my mom's hand at my cousin Joe's wedding and asked her to dance, I knew you had won her over. She also made her feelings very clear to me that night when she said, and I quote, Allie, he looks like a GQ model. Do not screw this up. So thanks, Mom. I didn't screw it up. Paul, I think about our future with so much excitement because I know a life with you will be beautiful. I promise to continue having late night karaoke sessions with you, to tear up our legs on long hikes in national parks, and to listen as well as I can when you give me a 6 a.m. historical lecture. I promise to stay weird with you, to find joy in the quiet, simple moments, and to love you with my whole self, mind, body, and soul. Let's never grow up, Paul. Let's stay whimsical and curious forever. You are my soulmate, and like I always say, I love you more than you could ever know. I love you. I know, it's so hard. Put my veil up.
Allie, you've always had a kind heart. You are always the person that remembers everyone's birthday, includes everyone, and wants to make sure everyone feels involved. You're always giving little gifts. Even the first week that we started dating, you gave me a little Valentine crayon heart for our very first Valentine's Day. And you were the first person to offer to help or just drive someone home if they're on the way. You are such a compassionate listener. People open up within a minute of meeting you. spilling their deepest and their deepest hopes and dreams within only moments of meeting you, and secrets. But I know it's because of your empathy, your understanding, and your non-judgmental support. You have an amazing sense of humor, and you wake up each morning with a smile on your face. And you vowed to me that you wanted to cry laughing every single day. You love life so very much, whether it's hiking in Glacier or Zion or Olympic or Iceland or skiing in Tahoe with friends or going to the lake house or Cubs games or when I convince you to go to one of my museums. And you are an amazing friend. You have friends from every phase of your life out here today, because it's true with you. If you're a friend with Allie, you're a friend for life. So Allie, I vow to spend the rest of my life trying to match your very best qualities. I vow to strive for a kinder heart. I vow to listen more compassionately. I vow to try to laugh a little more each and every day. And I will try to love our life more and more each day together. I vow to be your best friend and my best friend for the rest of my life. I love you so much.
I love you. You are my best friend. Thank you, Paul.
I now invite Allie and Paul to exchange their wedding rings with one another. Just as the metal they are made from is precious, so is your love for each other. And just as a circle is never ending, so shall be your love and commitment to each other. Who do you want to go first? I do have them. Paul, repeat after me. Allie, I give you this ring,
Allie, I give you this ring,
a token of my undying love,
token of my undying love,
as I give myself to you for now and for always.
as I give myself to you for now and for always.
Okay. Thank you.
And Allie, please repeat after me. Paul, I give you this ring,
Paul, I give you this ring,
a token of my undying love,
a token of my undying love,
as I give myself to you for now and for always.
as I give myself to you for now and for always.
Allie and Paul. Oh.
You got it. Yes.
Having proclaimed your love and commitment to one another in the eyes of these loved ones, through the power vested in me by the Universal Life Church in the state of Illinois, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss.
Let's give it up for Allie and Paul! Make some noise for them, guys. And we're gonna have them head right over to this beautiful cake to cut on in.
And I'm Chris Luhrsen. I am Paul's father, the father of the groom. I'm delighted to welcome all of you. On behalf of my lovely wife, Diane, Jeff and Paula, I want to extend a warm welcome and a huge thank you for all of us here to help celebrate Paul and Allie. It truly means the world to have all of you here. Each and every one of you has played a special part in Paul and Allie's life and helped shape them into the incredible people that they are today. They say when your children find real love, you, as a parent, experience great joy. And that's absolutely true. We feel incredibly lucky and blessed. Now, Paul and Allie have been together for 10 years, engaged for 2. I think we can all agree on the timing of this wedding. It's about damn time. Now, Jeff and Paula, again, I want to thank you for a wonderful rehearsal dinner last night. It's been a great pleasure to get to know you and the family over the years. You've raised a remarkable daughter. And Paul is fortunate to be part of the Kolbus and Biancardi extended crew. And Jeff, what a wonderful ceremony. I'll be honest, I struggled walking my daughter down the aisle for her wedding. You did an incredible job. You made officiating look so personal and memorable, so thank you. So I remember the first time Paul brought Allie to visit Diane and I in Florida. And so first of all, Paul didn't bring home many of his girlfriends, so we knew this one was very special. The way he looked at her said it all. And you know what? 10 years later, he still looks at her the same way. Now, Allie, we feel like you've been part of our family for a while now. We've really enjoyed playing games at the lake. We've seen your silly and goofy side. We know where she gets that from, Paula. She would come up with great answers to our many games of fishbowl and quiplash. Many of those answers I couldn't share with this audience today. Now, Allie, we see why Paul has fallen in love with you. You are beautiful, free-spirited, independent, and you have unconditional love for your family and friends. Your infectious laugh and warm presence lights up every room. And we finally found someone who can keep Paul in line. And out of my Polly boy. After having our first child, a beautiful daughter, I very much hoped for a son. Paul, the moment you were born, my heart was filled with joy, and I was so proud to name you after my father. I loved watching you grow up from your Power Ranger phase to puzzles, video games. You were one focused son of a gun. It was tough to get you away from any of those. And through every sport you played, many of which I got the joy of coaching. You also kept us on our toes over the years with many surprises. I remember listening to the baby monitor as you were coaching your younger brother how to get out of the crib, and I think he was all of 6 or 8 months old. We also spent many a family vacation at the ER, from the time you fell over your handlebars, going over the bike down the hill at Vail, to deciding to go to the terrain park, our first run of the vacation at Tahoe, and broke your wrist. And that's just to name a few. You've also had a remarkable way of making big decisions, starting with your choice to attend Montini High School. Turned out a great move. I really enjoyed those years. Your senior year of football went undefeated, winning the conference, real Italian food being served out of the concessions on Saturday. The men lined the sidelines smoking cigars. Those were a great experience. Paul is the sharpest of my children. when it came time to choose a college. He chose Indiana University. You probably know it as the Harvard of the Midwest. A real football powerhouse. I happened to go there as well. I really enjoyed those years getting back to Bloomington and really enjoyed the dad's weekends at the fraternity. And more recently, I admired your courage in changing careers, leaving a successful job recruiting to go back to school and become a software engineer. That independent spirit continues to serve you well. But of all the decisions you've made over the years, they pale in the comparison to your choice of life partner. Paul and Allie, your relationship started as a spark in Bloomington, rekindled as a flame in Chicago. You truly bring out the best in each other, and that's the foundation for a great marriage. As you begin this next chapter, support each other, laugh often, and cherish the little things. And remember, your family will always be there for you. And yes, keep rooting for the Cubs and the Hoosiers. We wish you a lifetime of joy, adventure, and boundless love. So everyone, please join me with your glasses to Paul and Allie, to a lifetime of lifetime and happiness. Cheers. All right, before dinner, I'd also like to say a quick blessing. Heavenly Father, bless this meal, bless this wedding couple, and everyone who is gathered to celebrate with us tonight. May we also take a moment to remember the loved ones who are no longer here with us, but whose presence we feel in spirit. In Christ's name we pray, amen.
One more time for the father of the groom, Chris.
I know the one word that came to most people's minds when you both got engaged. Finally! But talking to each of you, the sentiment was the same. What is a year or two or a decade when you have forever to go? And this is a truth that everybody knows, that nobody says but everyone feels. What most people want in life, what most people search for, is to love and be loved. To find someone to bear witness to us and say, yes, you exist, I see you, I love you, and you are beautiful. Someone for whom our absence is felt and our presence is honored. Our presence is felt and our absence is honored. Someone to belong with, to build a life with. Someone you can text at any moment, I'm having a bad day, I'm not okay. And have them say, it's going to be all right, you've got this. And even if you don't, I've got you. And when you find that unique pair, that's so rare, the probability of it brushes with the limit of infinity, meaning there were endless other outcomes and possibilities since the beginning of the universe. And yet we are here against all odds, making this moment all the more miraculous. Allie and Paul, you have found a protector, provider, an encyclopedic knowledge of history. Just ask him about Egyptian pharaohs or the Battle of Midway. Paul, in Allie, you have found a soft storm, the embodiment of sunshine, and the patron saint of Chicago's injured animals. You have found in each other someone to have and to hold through fortune and failure, through vice and virtue. One of my favorite quotes is, happiness is only real when shared. And looking around, we see the happiness and love you both share reflected around the room. And to that we say, to the groom, to the bride, From finally to forever, I love you both. To the revolution.
Perfect.
I'm Luke Luhrsen, Paul's younger brother and best man. So before I started roasting Paul, I wanted to acknowledge how thrilled I am not to be performing any music at this wedding. No offense, Janie and Matt, I would do it again in a heartbeat, but instead, tonight, you might all witness me drop it low to the sign by Ace of Base on this dance floor, and if I get enough drinks in me, perhaps a little belly dancing? That's a joke, Heidi, Tira, joking. That's just a joke. All right, now on to the man of the hour, my brother Paul. Growing up, Paul taught me many valuable things. As babies, and as referenced by Chris, who took probably 30% of my material tonight, he taught me how to escape the crib. And as kids, how to torment the babysitters. Into our teenage years, he kindly showed me the best spots for hiding goodies around the house. And most importantly, the best window for sneaking out of the house. Paul was a great athlete, also referenced by Chris. And most of the sports that I played were because I wanted to follow in my brother's footsteps. Paul's also been incredibly tech savvy his entire life, that has helped him well in his career. But he taught me how to play video games, he taught me how to navigate the internet, and I'll just leave it at that. But, you know, bypassing parental controls. And honestly, my taste and passion for music and movies was largely shaped by Paul, thanks to the enormous digital library he built on our family computer. Shout out LimeWire. Of course, Paul also showed me how to be the favorite child. Not directly, but by teaching me what not to do to avoid trouble with our parents. I learned well from his experiences. But in all seriousness, Paul is an incredible person, and though we are different in many ways, I've always admired his creative endeavors and hobbies. Homemade comics, including very impressive illustrations, comedic poetry readings, The Worm, yeah. Making short movies with kids around the neighborhood and, including me too, that was pretty nice. He even had a brief stint with claymation. That was cool too. I was just reminded by our table as well, like Paul had a hoverboarding phase too. I'll call that a hobby. You ring the doorbell and he'd show up on a hoverboard and, take you up to his crib. Anyway, you might not know this, but Paul has a bit of a sweet tooth, and he was quite the baker growing up. No, seriously, he would whip up snickerdoodles and chocolate chip cookies whenever he had friends over in high school, very hungry friends. But in our family, he's probably best known for his brownies. Yep, give it up for Paul's brownies. They're out of this world. So Allie, dangerously good, might I say. If he ever offers to bake, definitely take him up on it. Paul is a wonderful friend, evident by the many people here tonight from the different stages of his life. But I'll admit that our friendship, it's been a bit of an evolution, I would say. So growing up only 18 months apart, we shared just about everything for better or worse. We shared a childhood bedroom, our car. I was a pretty large kid, so I even played up on a lot of Paul's youth sports teams. And naturally, I thrived at playing the role of annoying little brother. So if that wasn't enough, I decided to take up playing the drums growing up too, which I set up in our shared bedroom and played often. So objectively, I was a big pain in the ass, and any animosity Paul felt toward me in our younger years was absolutely warranted. It's no surprise we had our fair share of differences growing up, but when Paul left for college at Indiana, I'm not gonna lie, initially I was pretty stoked to have the bedroom and the car to myself, but eventually I did start to miss my brother and having him around. Then I got the opportunity to visit Paul, stay at the Sigma Nu house, where Paul lived for about 20 semesters, and our friendship completely evolved. Paul had a great group of fraternity brothers, and he was absolutely thriving. He was excited to take me under his wing, give me a glimpse into the college experience, and we spent hours and hours playing Sync the Biz and listening to Wiz Khalifa and Kid Cudi on repeat. But that trip was pivotal. It allowed us to bond in a totally new environment, and suddenly I realized how much I valued Paul as a friend and not just as my big brother. And in hindsight, it's really not too surprising that all it took was some quality time far, far from our hometown, far from our parents. You know what I'm saying, to fully understand how strong our bond was, and despite all of our headbutting in our younger years. But it was that visit that helped me see Paul in a new light, and I left feeling grateful for the incredible older brother and, more importantly, friend that I had in Paul. I was excited for this new chapter, and I genuinely remember thinking how fun it would be to end up living in the same city after school, which we do, and we hang out regularly. We all get along, and the great times we'd share as adults. Growing up, someone get, some tissues for Diane. Growing up, our mom used to always tell us her ultimate wish for Paul and I was to someday become best friends, and I'm proud to say, Paul, you are my best friend, and I love you. Okay, so moving right along. Paul's made a lot of great decisions since his frat days. By far, as Chris mentioned, his best decision was building a life with Allie. Before Allie, Paul had a bit of a reputation for flaking on family plans. But now he has someone to flake on those plans with together. In all seriousness, Allie, I'm glad it's finally official, but you felt like family for over 10 years now. You bring joy and laughter to our family. You fit right in with all of our shenanigans. You're always the life of the party, and I cherish the countless memories that you and I have personally made. Karaoke parties, bar crawls, international trips, even glow-in-the-dark raves, including, glow-in-the-dark jump ropes. That was wild. Beyond that, it's been incredible to watch you and Paul take on life together. From national park adventures to sharing a home and graciously tolerating Paul's growing Funko Pop collection. Anyways, watching you both as amazing aunt and uncle to Tommy, our nephew, has been incredibly heartwarming. And if you decide to start a family of your own, I know you'll make an incredible team as parents. All right, one more quick story about Allie here. I've considered you family for a long time, but one memory really confirmed that you felt the same. A couple of years ago, after Thursday at Lollapalooza, my wife and I planned to catch a ride home with you. Getting out of Lala is tough with crowded public transport and pricey Uber, so your offer was generous. We got separated after the headliner, and while you and your friend very quickly made it to the car, my wife and I got stuck in the crowd. So knowing it would take a while to reach the gates, I called you and told you not to wait. I think you had it on speakerphone, and I could hear you saying, no, I'm gonna wait. And I could hear, a slightly intoxicated passenger in your car also saying, yeah, no, let's ditch them, let's leave, let's go. And I don't know if you meant to hang up or not, but I definitely distinctly remember hearing you firmly reply something to the tune of, that's my future brother-in-law, and I'm not leaving without them. And despite even further insistence, you did wait for us, and we made it home in record time, and Lexi had to work the next morning, so yeah. Allie, you're a real one for that. I'm lucky to have you as a sister-in-law, and I'm also grateful to call you a friend. But what I appreciate about you the most is how you bring out the best in my brother. You complement each other so well, and you always seem to see eye to eye. And Paul, it's clear how much you love and adore Allie. Watching you two together is a reminder of how special and rare it is to find someone who truly makes you better, and I know you found that in each other. So, let's raise a glass to Paul and Allie. May your life together be full of laughter, karaoke, and maybe even the occasional batch of brownies. Cheers to you both. I love you both.
Let's give it up one more time for the best man and brother of the groom, Luke.
I feel Paul and I are truly blessed because the reason we can love each other so well is because our parents really taught us what true love is and true acceptance is, and they ingrained that in us, which enabled us to find each other and put our best foot forward. And we are so grateful all of you are here today. I feel that you're a part of this amazing chapter in our life, and you all just bring out the best in us, and we are so excited for you to be here tonight and for you guys to dance with us on the dance floor! And we are so grateful to both of our parents for making our dream wedding come true. I mean, I'm just beyond grateful, and all of you will always have a special place in our hearts, and I hope you never forget that. And let's fucking party!
Hold it tight, I will protect you all around you. Will be here, don't you cry. For once so small, you seem so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken. I will be here, don't you cry. You'll be my heart. Yes, you'll be my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore. Yes, you'll be my heart. No matter what they say, you'll be here in my heart. Why can't they understand the way you feel? They don't touch what they can't explain. I know it's different, but deep inside us, we're not that different at all. And you'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore. Yes, you'll be in my heart. No matter what they say, you'll be in my heart. Always. Let's give it up. Came in the world, my baby girl, beautiful angel. Oh, I could cry, got your mother's kind eyes on the south town. Oh, I could never wait for more. Darling, there's a train coming in your life, baby. You got a cat that's not right now. So, hey. We can dance. 'Cause I know about you, Jackery. Nights like this are hapless. So please just keep me in your heart when you fly into somebody else's arms, little bird. Oh, little bird. Oh, little bird. Please just keep me in your heart when you fly into somebody else's arms, little bird. Let's give it up for Alexandra. All right, at this time.
every step, writing stories that seek to be read, taking hold of the moment as we discover every color filled with wonder. Now we finally see we got everything we need. Here we go, with the sunlight on our skin. It's a brand new day, it's ours to take, and we will let it in. This is where the adventure begins.